Alright guys, welcome back to the Shit Will Happen YouTube channel, and there's a lot of shit going on out there right now. The coronavirus has shut down lots of things, and a lot of people having to transition to work from home. Now, first of all, I want to thank all of our first responders, our ER doctors, or nurses, everybody like that. Whatever we can do to help them. Some of them just said, hey, can you just send food to the hospital or just send them notes? Go ahead and do that, because they're truly on the front lines of fighting this, and they're putting themselves in harm's way to help fight this virus. I can't do anything like that, but the only thing I can help do is potentially reduce some of the stress in your life. I've spoken with a lot of my friends that are transitioning from their corporate jobs or being teachers to now having to teach online and work from home, and they're getting into some bad habits and trying to understand some things. So luckily, I've been an entrepreneur for 15 plus years. I've trained over 10,000 entrepreneurs. A lot of them work from home, or then we transition them into, like WeWork offices or smaller offices where they all work from. And I'm going to go over some of that. And personally, 100% transparency here, personally, even me, the hardest place for me to work, and I've worked on planes, trains, automobiles, I've worked, in the beaches in Greece, to homes in Maui, Hawaii, to New York City, to hotel rooms all around, the world. Still the hardest place for me to personally work is in my own home. And I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the traps, some of the bad habits that people get into. And I know what they are, and sometimes I even still fall into them. So we're going to make this video to help you guys reduce some stress, get through this, because I've been talking with a lot of my teacher friends and corporate America friends, and they're falling into these habits. Right? And I'm going to show you these. Some people are like, well, why do I keep going to the fridge? I was like, and here, this is what it is, right? And, different places that you try and work. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that. Some of you guys have big houses, some of you guys have families, so there's a few different distractions, right? Some of you guys have small apartments, you might be single, so it's a little easier. But we're going to go through some of those different things here to make sure you stay on track, get your work done, and be productive. Right, Hugh? What? I'm working. I swear. Yeah, he's not being productive. So let's show you guys the good habits to be productive right over here on the computer. So we're going to go ahead and flip over to the different camera, and I'll walk you through how to be productive and some of the things to avoid.
From home and how to really be productive with that. Now, a lot of people think, right, when I first transitioned out of my job to be working from home, right, they think you sit around in your pajamas. Commuters think you're just sitting there watching TV and doing those types of things. I always think I'm more productive probably than I am, and it's all just like work. My buddy Greg just went through this transition where he transitioned from his job to working from home, and now his wife also works from home. So they have the long commute from the bedroom to the living room, right? And that's what they do normally. So this really hasn't changed for their lives except for the kids being home. So let's talk about some of the good and bad habits here. So what's a bad habit? You just saw it, right? Working from the couch, the bed, the kitchen, or the dining room table. Now, the reason I say that, now sometimes you have to work from the kitchen or a dining room table, but if you do, you got to pick one seat, and that's your seat, and that's where your business stuff goes. But the problem with all of those things is, besides the fact of watching TV on the couch or laying in your bed, right, not getting good posture and all those things, is you got to sort of pick everything up and you got to move it at the end of the day, right, over to somewhere else. And you really want to be able to have good habits, right? Good habits, a consistent routine gives you really good habits, and that's what we're looking for. So if you can pick a spot in your house, in your apartment, wherever it happens to be, that's truly dedicated for your work. Now, guys, it doesn't have to be a big space, right? Luckily for me, I got to convert this, my spare bedroom, into my office now to be able to work from here. But other people have started working out of their closet, right? Lisa Nichols, an international speaker, she worked out of a closet in her house. Some of you guys know the name Jesse Itzler. Jesse Itzler started NetJet. He also was trying to be a rapper before that, right? And when he first moved to New York City, he didn't even have a desk. He just used a box, right? A box, like a TV box. Right, he would just write down all the contact information on there, and that's how he started. And then he started NetJets. Now he's worked with David Goggins, wrote the book, Living with Seal, like all sorts of things, Zika water, all sorts of crazy things. He's done it, and it all started with a TV box. And him and his roommate, he just had one rule for him and his roommate: no liquids on the boxes. If anything spilled and messed up those phone numbers, messed up that contact information, there went his whole Rolodex there. Right, so you don't need a lot of space. You just need a dedicated space to do this. Right, and working from the couch and watching TV is definitely not productive. Right, Hugh?
I gotta stay up to date on the news.
Will that guy ever learn? I don't know. Let's go to the next one. All right. Let's talk about this. Sleeping in or staying up late. Guys, this is a big one as well, right? Because now you don't have your boss checking on you when you first come in. So you might be a night owl. You might not like to get up early, whatever it happens to be. But it's really important that we do keep to our routines, right? And that's important. I call it creating your morning routine. And it all starts with an attitude of gratitude, waking up and being thankful, that we're healthy, being thankful that we have a place to work, being thankful for all the people in our lives, those first responders, those people putting themselves out there, all those different things. Whoever you can thank each and every day, go ahead and do that. And the second part of that is you got to move. You got to get out of bed and you got to move. Most days you won't feel like it. Most days you won't want to get out of bed, whatever it happens to be, but you just got to do it. You got to move. You got to work out. You got to yoga, stretch, walk. I don't care what it is. You got to go ahead and move. I was just training with David Goggins earlier today on one of his things. And he's like, most days I don't want to work out. I don't want to run, but I just know I got to do it. Right. It's about keeping that routine. We call that movement. The third one then is being grounded. You got to ground yourself. How you ground yourself? Well, that's either you get into meditation, you pray, something, journal, whatever it is, write in your journal, whatever it happens to be, you go ahead and do that. All right. The fourth thing there is read, podcast, journal, YouTube. You want to go watch a motivational video, whatever you need to do to keep yourself going, you got to do that. And I love the memes going around right now in New York City, all the people standing in the bathrooms holding onto their shower curtain rod, right, and being like, okay, I'm on the subway. They got the earbuds in and they're listening. And guys, if you need to do that, do that. Keep your routines, right? Whatever it takes. And then nutrition, and of course, personal hygiene. This is a big one when people start working from home, right? They start working from home and they're like, woo, I get to work from home, no pants today. Full disclosure, normally I wear shorts. So, but some people go full nude, and that may not be the best way to do it working from home, right? Because you might get that call from your boss being like, hey, we need to do Skype, we need to do FaceTime, we may need to do a Zoom meeting, right? Are you ready? And you're going to turn your camera on. Right. I got one friend, she just wears a big scrunchie, right? Like one of those things. So you gotta just do different things. You gotta be ready for those meetings, shower, shave, keep your routines going, whatever that happens to be for you as well. So let me catch this back up there. Another big one, walk into the fridge. This is a big one when you're working from home. For random reasons, you're gonna get up and just walk over the fridge and check it out. And then you're going to talk yourself out of eating, right? You're going to talk yourself out of eating. So a lot of people have this, and this has been one of the biggest things when I've been talking to a few of my friends that are teachers and people in the work that used to work corporate jobs that are now working from home. They're like, oh, I feel like I'm putting on weight because I'm just walking over the fridge, right? Hey, Hugh, are you opening the fridge?
Maybe I'm hungry. Yep, all the food's still there.
Yeah, see, he just did it too. See, we walk to the fridge for a couple of reasons. Either you're bored and you're going to eat, or you're stress eating, right? One of those two things. So one thing that really help you guys is just to go ahead, drink some water. Some water with lemon, having it around will definitely help you, or lime, whichever one you like better. So you're going to have that so you won't be stress eating and everything like that. And there's another funny meme going around the internet about this, right? For the third time, I've opened the fridge, but it still doesn't have any snacky snacks in it. Right? Still doesn't have any snacky snacks in it. And your food's safe, buddy. Guys, nobody's stealing your food out of your fridge, right? So, next thing, cleaning and organizing your stuff during work time. Right? A lot of people go through their house and they'll get distracted. Oh, I got to clean that, or I got to organize something, right? Guys, you got to keep your schedule. And especially when you're working from home, it's really important you create your schedules. Right? You have a good schedule set up for you. And that's important, right? So I created this book for my team a while back, actually just earlier this year, and for a guy that can't spell, to write a book and all those things. But, we wrote this book, Steps to Fire Your Boss, a 5-week journal of productivity. If you go on Amazon, you guys can order it, and I'll even donate 10% of the profits over to our first responders here to help support them if you need that. If you don't need that, just write it down, post your schedule, do that, but create a schedule that also has your organizing time, your people time, right? All the different times in there that you need: family time, dating time, workout time, nutrition time, all of that in there. That also tracks your morning routine in that book. Working with TV and social media on, or a lot of people now get into online shopping, being from home, right? So one of the things you can do is set a repeating timer. Some people set a 15-minute timer, some people set a 20-minute timer, and every time it goes off, it just sort of like pulls you back and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not really working. Let me get back to my work, right? So if you need to do that, just keep setting it on repeat. You know, you can do it on Siri, on your phone. You can do it with Alexa. You can do it with Google, whichever one. Just set that repeating timer every 15 or 20 minutes, and it'll snap you out of whatever you're doing. Family, friends, and other distractions, right? If you don't protect your schedule, so you can set your schedule, but then some of you guys are not really good at keeping it, right? You're not very good at keeping it. In order to keep it, to be productive, to hit your numbers, to be productive as an entrepreneur, be productive working from home now, you got to be able to protect your time. So put it on your schedule, and people say, hey, you got a minute? Hey, you got this? Nope, I don't, right? Or I can talk to you later about this. Unless it's an emergency, somebody's about ready to die, somebody's going to the hospital, right? Whatever it is, yeah, you can delay that, right? And most people are okay with it. You know what normally happens? They'll figure out the answer without you. It's crazy like that, but they do, right? And you got to hold that line and hold that line strong. Hugh, were you in the fridge?
Yep, nothing's changed. Still there.
He was just checking. All the food's still safe in your fridge. Let me just tell you guys, for you guys watching at home, it's still there. Nobody took anything since you were there. But you hold that line. And it's super important you hold that line. And if you hold that line, other people will hold that line. If you allow people to cross that line, you allow people into take advantage of your schedule right now, being able to use that, then they're going to continue to do that. So you have to train people on how to treat you. And since this is new for a lot of you guys, you got to train them the right way to teach you, right? And the right way for you to hold the line. And that's to hold your line during your business time. You can, right after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever your normal routine is, right? Then you go do those things. And guess what? You got more time back in your day because you're not commuting. You only got like a 2 or 3 minute commute from your bedroom to your office, or from your bedroom to your box, or your closet, or wherever your dedicated space is. So you actually have more time in your day to help your family, your friends, and all those things. You just got to hold that line on the schedule. So those are just some of the quick tips there on being more productive while working from home, some of the good and bad habits that you can do.
So guys, hopefully that was very helpful for you guys, going over some of the good and bad habits to avoid and to be able to go ahead and do that. And like I said, we're not on the front lines, but this is one of the things that I can definitely help people do. Your food is safe in the fridge. Don't worry about it. I do have pants on today, so usually I just wear shorts, but this is what we get to do, and these are some of the things that you'll get into the habit of over the next couple weeks as you work from home. All right? And you want to stay on the good habits and not on the bad habits. Right, Hugh? No, I'm working. Really? See? I think you fell asleep. What can I say? So this video was helpful. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the bell so you can get the updates when we do more of these fun videos and be able to help you guys through this process. If you want to check out any of the other great videos on this channel, go ahead, and anything we can do to help you, put it in the comments there. And I love to respond to the comments and get back to you guys. So hopefully this helped, and I'll see everybody soon.